corner. Hi, Ethan.
We gotta switch back.
Oh. Soon we'll be on, and
we probably are right now.
We probably are. Hello, everybody. I'm Kiersten from Lamby's Nursery, and I love you guys so much. I'm live with my husband and Chelsea from Pumpkin Sparkles Babies, and today we're going to talk about toys just in general.
What if we weren't live yet? Should we start? Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I'm Lamby from Lamby's Nursery.
You are such a cute Lamby.
I'm friends.
You're our friend. Oh, I love her. I love her hair so much.
So she does not have a name. She lives in my crib, but I love her. I love knowing that she's there.
Yeah, not everything has to have a name.
That's true.
And they're so hard to come up with.
That's true.
I have a name.
You do? What is it?
It's Bob.
Aw, like the
Bob.
sun.
This can be Bob.
Aw.
That's a good name for Bob. So today we're going to talk about toys that we wanted as a kid and that
or
we
had as a kid.
I'm going to talk about the toys I demanded from social media personalities to give me immediately for free.
I'm like, wait, you had social media then? Yeah. I was doing some quick math in my head.
When I was on the TikToks when I was a child.
I think MySpace and Facebook were around. Did I know what the heck they were? No.
I did not. I wasn't allowed to have them.
We didn't have the internet yet.
Oh, okay. Did you guys use like smoke signals and stuff to communicate?
We had the TV. That was a big deal.
You talked to the TV?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did that. And I talked to my imaginary friends.
You want to know something?
I wasn't really allowed on the internet, but I had like the computer CD-ROM games.
Right. And you had dial-up. It wasn't like, wait, did you have dial-up?
I don't know, but I just know my parents were like big about me not being on the internet. Okay.
Did you guys ever, when you were a kid, did you guys ever get like DVDs that would have like games connected to them? Mm-hmm. I remember playing this Balto game. Like, do you remember the Disney movie?
Difference, I'm sorry.
Do you remember? You okay there, Chelsea?
Yes.
Okay. So I remember DVDs was like a big thing when it came out. We had like a computer in our kitchen it was a dining room. It was like the only thing that could play DVD.
Like the biggest thing ever. Wait, no, computer or DVD? Yeah. Yeah,
so we played DVDs in it because it was the only thing that would work for it. So I remember playing Balto. It was like you had like, no wait, that would have been on the TV because I remember having a remote and I had to like click, like all you could do is like click left or right or forward to jump on like ice cubes to get across the. This is really getting off topic. Kiersten, how's your day going?
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense because that was kind of a toy. It was a game.
Yeah, it's a game. Yeah. My brothers had video games. They had like Sonic and the GoldenEye stuff, and like when it first came out, and they're even older than me. So yeah, we watched like the Saturday morning cartoons. Like that was our thing. We didn't have YouTube to watch.
We were actually pretty late to the video game thing. Like we didn't.
Yeah, me too. I started my first video game in 2018.
Nice.
Our first video games, I guess there was someone we had on the computer, but I think the first video game console we had was the PlayStation 2. So a lot of other people talk about like having a Sega Genesis and stuff like that. We never had.
I think they had Sega because I remember like the Sega thing. So you're welcome. That was what it sounded like in case you're wondering.
That's what it said. Yeah, it's Sega.
We had a Wii. My parents were okay with me getting. So my parents were really weird about video games. They were like, they're going to rot your brain, so you can't have them. Mm-hmm. But we had a Wii because, it was exercising, and I've always been really hyper, so I'd get really into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I had a Wii, but I, had children when I had it, so it's fine. We didn't really think about this gap in our toys, but listen, it's fine.
I think that's good.
We're going to be like, we played with DVDs and game consoles, and you're going to be like, I played with a hoop and a stick.
I did play with the hoop.
I did too on the school playground that Ethan doesn't know what that is.
What's a school playground?
I used to play, legit though, I used to play in the woods. And that's what I did all day. And my brother and I, this is a weird story, but we found a razor blade one time in the woods, but they were packaged. It wasn't like a rusty razor blade. We spent all day just cutting up sticks.
Oh yeah. My dad gave me my first pocket knife when I was 7, and I just would cut up moths and give it to my dolls to eat.
Exactly. We played house, and I was making
the green fuzzy stuff that grows like grass.
Oh, I thought you said
know what moss is?
I thought you said moths. Like the
Ah.
bed. I thought you said, yes, I understand now. I'm good. Thank you.
Got it.
Figured
Yeah.
it out.
So there was a lot of outside play outside. So, because if you came near the house, you'd have to do yard work.
Do you guys want to
Yeah.
hear about my school playground?
Yes.
Of course.
We had a field in our backyard, and I would go out there and dig holes. And that was my recess. Your turn.
We went camping every weekend, so I was outside a lot.
I was outside because my parents would lock the door.
Oh,
No, I'm
yeah.
joking. I'm joking.
That was my recess. Oh God, Ethan, that was funny.
That's 3 months of my life. That's 3 recess months where my parents locked me outside. I'm joking.
Funny.
They're watching.
I'm teaching Jack how to do a back handspring, and he's like extremely good at gymnastics. And I used to be really good at gymnastics when I was younger, and now I can barely, walk, but it's fine. But I was spotting him, and he just like kicked me straight in the face. And he was like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's fine, it's fine." My ear's been ringing ever since, but it's fine.
Oh.
I had to actually call my brothers and to have them tell him that I used to be able to do backflips because he did not believe me.
Oh.
But anyway, that's what we used to do outside. Is I used to put on like gymnastics, like routines and stuff, and make my
Yeah.
brothers watch. And if they wouldn't, I would line up all my stuffed animals, and that would be fun. So
He, as an only child, all the dolls and stuffed animals, played Monopoly with me,
Yeah.
watched my shows.
did you spend a lot of time in your room playing?
Yeah, for the most part. Unless we were camping, I was definitely more of an inside kid, I think. Mom is probably in the comments any second now correcting me.
I guess I should tell them that. Like, huh? Let me just do that here real quick.
I'll tell my brother that we're live too. My brother will make fun of me because there was this time in my life where I played with a board in my room.
Like, hold on, like a wooden board?
Yeah,
Or like
a 2x4 board, and I drew
have a story now.
a face on it, and I called it Miranda, and it was my friend. And
That's so
like
sad.
for me, like it wasn't a big deal. Like I used to flip it around like a baton thing. I got really good at it, and we were friends.
Okay, he's gonna be a jerk, but when I was a kid, so we've always had big Jeeps my whole life, and there's this thing when you lift a Jeep up, it like covers some of the joints, and it's wiggly and weird, and it looks like a weird noodle.
Yeah.
Isn't that spring?
Yeah, so I adopted them. I adopted all of them, and they were my caterpillar friends.
Are you laughing at me, Ethan?
I'm laughing at this whole thing.
Listen, it was imagination. And then this I haven't even got to the best part about this, is that my parents had a bonfire and they like forced me to burn my best friend.
Okay. So nice.
They're like, "Chelsea, you have so many toys in here." And I wonder why Jack is so weird. My
This is the best day of
fault.
my life. Yeah.
So that's a true story. That is.
So it was just like a 2x4?
Yeah. It was, and I drew a face on it. Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was very proud of it too. So, I mean, it didn't seem weird to me at all.
Yeah, no, my caterpillar friends used to eat all my Barbies. They're pretty long and probably as thick as this mug, like
Uh-huh.
a giant tube. And so they'd eat my Barbies and all kinds of things. And when we moved from North Carolina to Nevada, Mom recently told me the story because I didn't remember it. I guess I didn't feel like packing up or cleaning up my toys. So my dad threw away all of them, including all my caterpillar noodle friends.
Oh.
So I think I kept like my American Girl doll and Baby Born, and that was about it.
Yep.
Don't be bad, kids.
Don't be bad.
And don't make your kids burn their 2x4s.
Right?
For
I
the
wasn't ready to let it
Parenthood.
go yet.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
nice.
still upset about it.
Do you think if you didn't burn it, you'd still have it today?
Sometimes
You
when
kept
I
it by your bed, but as like a security weapon, somebody tries to break in, you got your friend there to protect you.
yeah. Sometimes when I'm sweeping, I flip the broom around like I used to with Miranda. I was very talented at it.
Yeah.
We would do gymnastics. So
Aw.
fine. And then like I would let go of it and it would like almost break through the window. It was very dangerous in there.
That's
So,
amazing.
Anyway, toys.
Okay, so what was like your dream toy when you were like I don't know, 8.
I'm looking at her straight back there, Samantha. Yeah. So I was like the OG, like, cause that when it came out, like that, I was at the right age.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom would get the American Girl catalogs, and I remember her being more excited about it than I was, because I had my Lacey doll, the one, you know, that was my toy. But I was very fascinated by her clothes, like her fashion, like that was the thing, and I like the books that went with it too. So I remember my Christmas opening up. I still remember everything about it. And I love that doll, and I wish I had known that I could change her wig and like redo her and stuff, because I sold her for like way less.
This has been a recent development just in the more recent years, where people have figured out, oh, you can change how they look, because I've seen how the original American Girl costumes look back in 2008, and I'm glad a lot of people love them. They're just not my cup of tea. But like 2015, when I got into American Girl dolls, rainbow wigs, like actually in style wigs, so amazing.
Your mom says Apple made the trip too. Who's Apple?
Oh, Apple Dumpling. I think I have
Was
her
that like
somewhere.
an apple with a face painted on it?
No, she was.
That'd be my toy.
Chelsea probably knows who Strawberry Shortcake is.
Of course.
Yeah, it's her little sister.
Oh,
I had a rag doll of her little sister.
Oh,
and I carried it around, and she had voices.
Yeah.
And she was probably an evil little demon. That was her character.
She had she had voices that talked to you. I think that's not.
Well, I never get into trouble. I was a lonely only child, and I was usually the good kid, so I needed my foil to be the bad kid.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, Ethan. I had so many dolls in my room, and they literally were my audience, and I just performed and sang and danced. And my radio was the coolest thing. I know it's not technically a toy, but my radio was like my lifeline.
Yeah.
Because back then we had cassette tapes. Do you guys know what those are?
Yes, that's. My parents sold my huge boombox, but I had a huge boombox from probably the 80s. And that's all I could play was cassettes.
Is that like duct tape or something?
Yeah, it's like duct tape. It sings songs to you. Yes. And then I got my first DVD. What is it called? I don't even remember what it's called. CDs. Wow. This is showing my age. I forgot what it was called. A CD player.
Yeah.
And I listened to my first CD, which was Hootie and the Blowfish. So you're welcome.
Aww.
It was my brother's CD. I stole it from him. But yeah.
I'm absolutely obsessed with the formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, now the Chicks.
Yes.
Have a tattoo of their song lyrics. Have always been obsessed. Became obsessed because mom bought a cassette tape of them. And 3-year-old me, they had just came out and I stole it.
Yeah, I love them.
Been obsessed ever since.
Yeah. What about you? What about you, Kiersten? Was there something that you really, really, really wanted?
Before I found out about American Girl dolls, it was Baby Born. Okay. So I was like 3 and they had the commercial of her eating and drinking. I was like, that's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, I always wanted one of those and I never got one.
I think I begged for 3 or 4 years, if I can count properly, before I got one.
I was too old. Like, I think it was a thing, like, you know, it was like a little bit awkward for me to be playing with dolls. I think they were just like secretly worried.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still play with dolls. Everyone. I really wanted the Baby Alive one. Is that the same thing? Is that one?
Well, they're not the same thing, but these are the Baby Alives. So they had Baby Alives when you were a kid. I don't have any of them. These are the ones from 2006.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sure those were. I was very fascinated that you could change his diaper. Like, that was the thing that, like, which is so funny because
drinking wet dolls have been the thing forever, but like, it's also really cool when you're a kid.
Yeah. Well, you just feel like you have that extra responsibility.
Yeah.
Which is something that you don't normally get with a doll. Also, those bottles, you remember those bottles that like you would turn over and then they would lose the liquid?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fascinating. I love those. What about you, Ethan?
Oh, I'm ready for this question. Okay. So once upon a time, I don't remember how old I was, but all right, my birthday is August 30th, and there was this Lego set I wanted. It was like a Lego castle. I wanted it more than anything in the world, but it was $100, and $100 was a lot for our family.
It is a lot.
So I remember it was my birthday. I blow out my candles, and I'm like, I want this set for Christmas. That was my birthday wish. Okay.
Oh.
So then Thanksgiving comes around, and I remember.
Wait, did you not get it for your birthday?
No, I said I wanted it for Christmas.
For Christmas, got it.
Yeah, it was August, and because I didn't get enough money, like it's something Santa would have had to give me, right?
Got it. Okay.
So I was like, I want this for Christmas. It's all I want. And then Thanksgiving came around, and I learned about this thing called the wishbone. And you
right. Yeah.
If you broke the bigger part, you got a wish.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is it. I got to use this wish too. So I break it, and I get the bigger part. I don't remember who the other person was, but point is I won.
Aww.
So I was like, I want this set for Christmas. And Christmas came around, and I got that set.
Yes. I was hoping it was going to be good.
It was the coolest set in the world, and here's what it looked like.
I think it's so cool.
Oh, damn. That's ginormous. Did you put it together?
I think my older brother and dad did, because I was pretty young at the time.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have another story.
Now we have another Lego castle.
That's humongous.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty big for the time.
That would be way more money now, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It might be like closer to 200. But for the time, like $100 set was like the biggest sets they made.
Yeah.
So.
Because how much is the castle we have? Like 400 or more?
Yeah.
Is it put together?
Oh yeah, we have it. I have it on display.
Send me pictures.
Of course. It's just a Cinderella castle.
It's so cool though.
But actually, we have it on. It's one of our earliest videos here on YouTube. But we did a time lapse of building it. It took 11 or 12 hours. We did it all at once.
You know what? Allie's gonna have so much fun hanging out with y'all. She loves doing stuff like that.
Okay, I have my second story.
Okay.
All right. So when I was a kid, I think it was later on, because I was old enough to know how to build Legos and everything like that.
Do you want me to bring the thing that adds to this story?
If you want to.
Is it a duck?
Yes, it's a duck.
Totally. But have you seen Star Wars?
Yes.
Okay. So in episode 5, when they're on the snow planet and they got those big walking 4-legged machines?
Yes.
Okay. So I wanted that when I was a kid, and they had one set that it was retired. So the only place you could find it on was eBay. And on eBay, it was like $400.
Right.
Crazy high price. So like I was trying to save up enough money to get it and everything like that. And the whole time I was like willing to pay whatever it took to get this Lego set. Well, they revised this set, but it looked really weird, but it was good enough. Right. So I ended up getting that revised version. It was never really my favorite, because like the legs didn't move, and it wasn't very cool. So then I become an adult, and I never really got the set I wanted. And whenever I was an adult and I met this beautiful lady here who was like, it's okay to be an adult and have toys. I was like, this is the set I really wanted when I was a kid. So she bought it for me.
Oh my God, you guys are the coolest. Why did that make me emotional?
I don't know where to put it.
That.
Right over there.
Y'all are the cutest
It
ever.
shoots things. Can I shoot it?
Well, here you.
Can I shoot it? That's so cool.
Yeah, it has little laser things it shoots. I'm not gonna shoot it at the screen, but yeah.
I can't wait till we go to Disney and see one of these in real life.
Ethan, did you feel your child in like your happy, like did it feel good to have it?
It was really cool to like I said, it was what I always wanted but never got.
Yeah.
It was cool to get it. But there's several versions of that set, and one day I would like to own all the versions of that set.
Yeah, they're
I bet
currently
you
selling
will.
on Target, right?
Yes, they're currently selling one at Target.
I bet you will. It's gonna be cool.
We
But
just need
there's like
somewhere
4
to display
versions
them.
of that set. There's the original one, which is this one right here. This is what I wanted when I was a kid, but it's much more blocky.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there's 5 versions of it.
They
But
make that look so massive on the box.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they made the version I ended up getting as a kid, which was like, but that version, it had like a motor in it, so it's supposed to like walk on its own, but it didn't do it very well.
I remember those commercials. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that was the one I had. So its legs couldn't really move because it was all attached to a motor. And then they made that version, which is the version I got. And then they've made a new version, and then they also made like this really, really old version.
That's so cool.
Silly.
That is a great story. I love that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that I got you a camel.
Yep.
When I was younger, we had this store in our town, and it only sold dollhouses and dollhouse furniture. And when you think about that now, it's insane because like how, you know what I mean? But like I remember, I think I was around 8 maybe. And my mom would take me there, and they had these like, to me at the time, they were huge Victorian dollhouses. And I've always really loved dollhouses and little miniature things. I've just always loved them. But I knew that they were extremely expensive. Like that was insane. Yeah. But we would go in there and we would look. And I remember on my birthday, it's interesting that I'm going to bring up my dad today. So my dad passed away 13 years ago. So Father's Day is a little bit, it's okay today, but this is a good story. My dad he loved to trick people. Like he just, that was his thing. Like he just loved to fake you out. So on my birthday, we opened up our presents and stuff, and like you know, I got clothes and whatever. It wasn't anything, I mean, it was great, but then they made me like, they're like, okay, you know, Chelsea, just go down to your room. Just for a second, I need you to go into your room. And I was like, okay. So I went down to my, you know, the hallway and opened the door, and that dollhouse, like a humongous, to me at the time, it was a humongous Victorian dollhouse, was in my bedroom. They got it for me for my birthday, with like a little like bedroom sets and the little people and stuff. I started crying. Like I was so overwhelmed with excitement. And it's funny because I played with that dollhouse forever. I love that thing. And as I got older, obviously when my dad passed away and I moved out of my house and everything like that, I went back to look at that dollhouse, and it's like it's so tiny. Yeah. Like it's like just 2-story. Like, I mean, but to me it was like, oh my gosh, I will never forget how I felt, like, you know, pulling the door open and seeing it there. It was so cool. So
that is amazing.
Never a Barbie dream house, just I was like legit wooden dollhouse. It was cool. So
well, it would be fun to make one.
Yeah. I always had dreams to do it, and I actually purchased a ginormous dollhouse to redo, and then we ended up just having to make it into firewood because it just sat there and was a cat house. So I had dreams to do it, just didn't follow through.
You know, my dream since I started the American Girl doll collecting in 2015 has been to have a doll's house size for the American Girls.
Ooh, Ethan.
I know, I keep telling him.
I'll tell you what.
And then Jenny can live in it with the dolls. Right?
Yes.
And then it'll be perfect, and I can come visit too, and I'll bring tea.
And her kitty will have lots of beds.
Yes. What were you gonna say, Ethan? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, buy me because you know I would need to get the lumber, and so if you buy me a new truck, I'll get you.
How about we just ask Dad to borrow Dad's truck for a week?
No, I don't think he would do that. I think he would say
you just need a dog house. The dog house with some rug in it.
Oh yeah.
No.
I mean, my parents have that for my dog that passed away when I was a kid, and it's still out there. And my dogs just walk right by it every time we visit, and they're like, "Nope, it has a nice rug in it and everything."
Well, that's because our dogs are weird. They are huskies, which are meant to be in the cold. You would think. But the only thing they like to do is sit out in the sun and sunbathe. They don't want to be in the shade. They don't want to be cool.
It's been like 106 plus here, and the dogs are still like, I want to sit in the sun and stare at it.
Yeah, and they have these big fluffy coats.
Oh,
like, the sun's so relaxing. I
love it.
And people are like, they're huskies. Don't take them outside, and we're like, but they cry if we don't.
Right. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, you have huskies in California? You're a monster. I feel like none of them have ever had a husky before. Because
ours at least do not care. They just want to be outside.
And their coats like adapt to the climate. So
that's true. So Daisy was born in Hawaii, so she's more used to it being hot.
Yeah.
Nova was born in Missouri, so I don't know why he thinks hot is great.
My brother would like to add to this part of my story.
Okay. So,
on Thanksgiving, his claim is that he was the person that had the other side of the wishbone. and he said he got the smaller piece and his dreams have never come true.
Oh, that's so sad. It's your fault, Ethan.
Yeah, every bad thing in his life is my fault. So.
Oh God. I just really feel like you manifested that, Ethan. I think that you were like, I'm gonna own it. Is there anything that you guys, I mean, okay, that's probably a stupid question, but I know what yours is, but is there anything now that you wish that you got that you want to get now?
I can tell you one thing I really, really wanted, but never got. Do you have anything before I tell my story?
I'm thinking you should tell your story.
All right.
Yeah.
So besides the Lego thing, which I mean, I remember whenever I tried to get the Lego AT-AT, right? Which is what they're called. The big camel thing. My mom would look on eBay all the time, constantly, to try to find it for like a reasonable price.
Yeah.
She's like, if we can ever find it for a reasonable price, we'll buy it. And you
reasonable price.
Right. But like it was never a reasonable price.
And they knew it.
What's that?
And they knew it on eBay.
Yeah.
They knew it wasn't reasonable.
So my parents really did try. So
yeah.
I just want to put that out there. And then but this other thing, I remember when I was a kid, and I look back on it, and like it's the whole thing of being a kid and not being. I was grateful for it, what I got. Mm-hmm. Remember when I was a kid, I was like, man, I really wanted that one thing, so bad. Yeah. All right, so what it was Christmas, and I wanted this like little pedal tractor type thing that had like a big scoop on it.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it at some random toy store when I was a kid. And I just told my parents, I was like, this is what I want for Christmas. Like I saw it once, I think maybe, and this is what I want. And like, of course now it's Christmas time, so everything cool sold out, everything. And it was like, I remember it was made out of like plastic and it was probably cheap and not great quality, but that was what little Ethan wanted for Christmas. Mm-hmm. So what I ended up getting is a metal one that didn't have a scoop or anything on it. Yeah. Right. I remember when I was a kid, I was like,
Yeah.
But I remember I had a lot of fun. With it still. And like I said, the one I wanted was like made out of plastic, and I can only imagine I would probably try to pick up anything with the scoop and it'd probably break or something.
I got you a better one. They're like plastic. That's a stupid idea.
Yeah, probably they're like, he's a stupid little kid. He doesn't know what he wants. No, but years later, I learned the story. Like they really, really, really tried to find the one I wanted.
Aww.
And because whenever I woke up, it was like sitting in front of the Christmas tree, right? Like completely made.
Yeah.
It's
like magic.
The Christmas night when we, as kids, they finally got us to bed.
Yeah.
They were to my grandparents' house, like 20 minutes away. Had to put the whole thing together that night. Stayed up all night putting it together so it could be in front of the Christmas tree that morning.
Yeah, I know.
I was I was a little kid that may have been ungrateful. Like I feel horrible. But
like,
I also
Santa, he messed up.
Yeah.
Like great.
What's wrong with Santa?
Yeah.
But
I remember the first night that Josh and I did that, like putting just stuff together and like wrapping presents, and it's so stressful. And you're like, God, my parents did that with 4 children. Like I just like like spitting out the carrots, like all that. I mean, it's very fun and very cool, and I do miss the magic of it since they're older now. But yeah, man, like that's a lot of work that Christmas Eve. It's a lot. Yeah.
I just want to say though, like if my parents are by any chance watching, I think my dad is. Thank you for all the stuff you guys did.
Yeah.
Especially having 4 boys to take care of. Like
they did a lot. I
don't know what my brothers wanted. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. But
his dreams never came true. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
So for me, my mom actually put it in the comments. Whatever I wanted, I did eventually get, but we were not wealthy. So it took a lot of time, especially with my American Girl doll, which was the big dream.
Was it, I don't mean to cut you off, but was that still $150 back then? They've always stayed that?
It was $98.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
the one I wanted.
So for a doll, it's a lot of money.
So $150 is just for the anniversary ones. All the others are $110.
Got it. Okay.
So the anniversary ones come with like all their accessories and special stuff.
It comes with their accessories?
Mm-hmm.
Did not know this.
Yeah, so the price does make sense because they come with stuff.
Anyway, Kelsey needs an Addy. Sorry, go ahead.
For me, so I got my Kiersten doll, so happy. And then a few months, or I guess it was the next year, they released Nellie, so Samantha's friend.
I didn't know they had Nellie. Wait, is she the one with the beret?
Red hair. No, she's red hair. She has red hair. But she's Samantha's best friend. I don't know if you remember.
I did not know that Nellie came out. I thought that, okay, I'm with you. That's awesome.
Anyways, in 2004 that happened, and she was like everything I ever wanted in a doll. She had the pretty red hair, blue eyes. I was obsessed, and I wanted her so much, but I had my Kiersten, and that's what my family could afford. So when I was 20, back in 2015, I went on eBay, and I bought myself a Nellie.
Awesome.
And she ended up, that's probably the worst American Girl doll I've ever gotten. Like, I love her to death.
Oh, no.
But so American Girl dolls are kind of delicate. They should be in a box when you send them. Mm-hmm. This lady sent it in a bubble mailer, like an envelope. So the doll was just messed up from shipping. Like she can't stand up. Her limbs are just like floppy and all over the place. Mm-hmm. Her hair was crusty, like somebody put something that shouldn't have been in it.
Oh no. Oh, I see her. Okay, I remember. Okay, yeah. I was too old, and when she came out, but too old, meaning that I wasn't looking at the catalog. She was beautiful, though.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna get my dream one that isn't.
Yeah, she is beautiful. I remember babysitting my face off like a newborn baby and 2-year-olds at like 13, which is insane when you think about it, to buy Felicity. And I bought Felicity with my own monies. Aww. And she was beautiful. There was a picture somewhere of me having Samantha and Felicity on my lap. I have to find it next time, but yeah.
That's amazing.
Yep, those were the dolls. And then I think as well, no, I guess that was pretty much it for me. I was never a Barbie girl. I was always baby dolls. And the LA JC Toys type, like full vinyl dolls and stuff. They were fascinating. I love them.
So I have another toy story that I just remembered because
that's a movie.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, guys.
So, when I was in 6th grade, so we had just moved from North Carolina to Nevada. I was kind of the bully kid, the outcast, because I had a Southern accent still. Nobody liked me. And Christmas rolls around. I was in an all year round school, so we had all of December off. And I come back, and all the girls had 2 little round devices with characters in them and lanyards. And I was obsessed. And I was the only girl without one. And I begged my parents through January and February for one. My dad, he was in the military at the time, and he had to go away to a training, I think in Georgia, or maybe Texas. It doesn't matter. And he went to the store, like every store he could find, to look for them.
Oh.
And he did find one, and it's downstairs still. And it had Hawaiian flowers because I'm his Hawaiian baby.
Oh.
But Tamagotchis, I still collect all of them.
Oh, that's so cool.
I have more Tamagotchis than I have dolls. These are my real passion.
You have more Tamagotchis than we have money.
No, I probably have 50 though.
Wow.
But that reminded me of a story. Another one of so another thing I wanted that was Star Wars, because I loved Star Wars as a kid. I would collect these like stormtroopers or clone troopers, the dudes like walk around in white armor with different colors and stuff on them. I would collect like the action figures of them, because I remember when the prequels came out, they had like a lot of different ones, and for whatever reason they were the coolest thing in the world to me. So I wanted to get like every single one, and like there were a lot.
Yeah.
And they would randomly come out, like, oh, this week they have these new ones and stuff like that. So my dad, every single day, like after work, he would stop by Walmart to see if they had any new ones
Oh,
to get for me.
that's so cool.
And back then, as a kid, you don't think anything about it. But nowadays, like if I stop by Walmart every single day on my way home from work, I'd be like, oh my God, this is such a chore.
Right?
I did that all the time. So again, appreciate that too.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
I'm so grateful that my parents were able to make things happen for me.
Yeah. Me too.
Oh, for the Tamagotchis. Oh, we couldn't find them anywhere because they were all sold out. Like that was the fad back in 2006. They were flying off the shelves.
2006, is that what you said?
That's when I don't know. I know they came out in 1996.
Okay, because I had one.
But for some reason, in 2006, in my age group, they were the thing to have.
Yeah, man, I remember one. I don't even know. I don't know why I had it. I may have borrowed it of some sort, but I was like on it, and then I woke up in the morning and it was dead, and I was like traumatized.
The older ones are hard to
take care of it through the night.
I cannot play the older ones. Like I collect them because they're pretty, but I have trouble playing with them because they die so quick.
Yeah.
The newer ones from when I was a kid, they don't die so quick.
I bet you Allie would love that.
Yeah, they're coming out with a new one. It's coming out July 1st, and it is going to be so cool. Like it'll take your picture.
Okay.
The buttons are like touch screen buttons now. We have been going to like Target everywhere to try to find them early.
Okay. I'm gonna get her one. Well, I'll see if I can find one. I think she
will post a review probably the moment I get one and figure out how it works because the gameplay is going to be super different. But I will post a review probably next month sometime.
Yay, that's exciting. That's very exciting. My kids are like, we were talking about this episode today, and we were talking about toys and cartoons and stuff that we used to watch. So I, looked on YouTube of the cartoons that I used to watch, and they were like, wow, this is really good. It was like Smurfs and like Inspector Gadget and stuff like that. Yeah. But then they were rewatching the ones that they used to watch, like Yo Gabba Gabba and like Wonder Pets and stuff. And it's funny how, Allie's 12. So that's a long time. That's a long time ago in terms of what they have now. And we were trying to figure out if somebody made a reference to the tablet babies, or which is, I guess, the terms now of the kids that, that's what they do to entertain. Gosh, I wish that I had a tablet when Allie was little, because she was so focused on Yo Gabba Gabba. I could do anything. Jack would not pay attention to anything. I could have been on fire in front of him and he would not have looked or paid attention. So, but
maybe Kinsley needs a tablet. Can we buy Kinsley a tablet?
Yes. She would be great. I think she'd still be mad. But they were talking about their toys that they liked and stuff, and we just couldn't really figure out exactly what their favorite thing was, but I feel like it was Yo Gabba Gabba related. And neither one of my children, Jack was more into dolls than Allie was. Allie was never into dolls, and it broke my heart because I wanted to have a daughter that was into dolls like I was, but Jack was always like more of like, let's play family type kid. So how cool is it though that he has like realistic dolls all over the house?
Yes,
right.
Yes.
Like I think about that, if that was me growing up, I would be super cool.
I remember I was looking through a toy catalog, I guess, and there were these dolls, and now I think they are the neonates baby, which is kind of a version of Baby Think It Over, the one they put in schools. But it was advertised as
Baby Think It Over. Is that the doll they put in schools? That's what it's called?
Yes. They want you to think about it before you.
It's very creative.
They were like, you know what we need to call it? Baby Think It Over. Sorry, go ahead.
Is that its first name? Just Think It Over?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So I'm like 7 looking through this catalog of toys, and the doll is advertised as a doll that really cries.
Yeah.
And really needs you to take care of it 24/7. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. I want it. And my adopted grandma at the time was like, no, your mother will throw it through the window. Do not put your mother through that.
Can I tell you a story, please?
Yes.
I think I may have already told you the story, but I had a baby think it over. And I had a baby think it over, and I don't exactly know why I had a baby think it over because I'm not sure it was actually for a class. Maybe it was, maybe not. But that thing would not stop crying. And it was like all night. I finally got up in the middle of the night, walked outside. It was the middle of winter, and I put it in my trunk. My parents never let me forget that. My mom still brought it up at my baby shower about how that was how I was a parent. Like, first of all, it was a doll.
Yeah.
Second of all, it was like 2 a.m. and it wasn't a real cry. It was that annoying like sound over and over again. And it was broken. I did everything with that doll.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're annoying. They are annoying.
I don't know why I thought it was a good idea. I don't know how long I did it. I think 48 hours, and there's a video of it.
I know.
I made it just for the video.
It's a lot. It's a lot with a real baby too.
Yeah, but I grew a bond with that dog. When it was all over, I was like, oh, I'm just taking care of you.
Yeah. Did you do a video of Ethan doing it for 48 hours?
No, because I don't know why I did. We didn't live together at the time, but when Ethan finally moved in, I think I was a little bit tired of YouTube. And by the time I decided to get back into making videos, I sold the doll. And then there's a whole bit of drama with me selling the doll.
Right. I was going to say, if we made one of me taking care of it, it would very quickly be exactly what Chelsea did. And I would just put it in the trunk. I'd be like, all right, well.
You can refilm it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But they're a lot of money, so it'd be a lot to try to re-get the remote.
I did have a story though.
Okay. Yes, Ethan, go for
about
it.
Tamagotchis.
Okay.
So me and Kiersten, I was living in Florida. She was living in Hawaii.
Probably California or
I think
Hawaii.
it was Hawaii at the time. It doesn't matter. But she wanted. There's like new Tamagotchis that came out.
And you can get on the app, you can connect the Tamagotchi to the app, and then you can play with like friends anywhere as long as they're also on the app.
Right. So I bought one that she wanted but couldn't find, I think. And then she had one, she was like, oh, we'll be able to like connect on the app and play these together. And I was actually out in Maryland on like a work trip, right? And I was out there for like 2 months. But my schedule was I'd have to go to work at like 6 or something in the morning or whatever. But she was like, oh, buy this, take care of it. It kept dying constantly. Cause like I would look at it like every couple of days and dead again.
To be honest, I gave it to Jenny.
Yeah. Because every couple of days I would look at it and then it would be dead. And I'd be like, oh, well, I tried. I tried. At least I didn't put it in the trunk. So
yeah, I'm sorry. Really shouldn't have told you guys that. The board, now the trunk. Oh God. It's all making sense now, isn't it?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I would have put the screaming doll probably in the trunk or
I think I was like also like 15 or something. Like I was actually extremely, one of the things I was so nervous about when being a mom for the first time was disrupting my sleep schedule. Like I was such a hard sleeper and I hate waking up. But now that I am a mother, I can hear them dreaming. So it's fine. I just wake up at any, it's weird. So you adapt. That's what you do. So
my niece came to visit me in Hawaii. She was about 5 months old.
Mhm.
And I remember going to sleep one of the nights because she was teething. So she was just constant fussy and we couldn't figure out how to feed her because she's fussy. So she's not taking any kind of food. And I remember there was one night because her mom was there, but her mom was also very frustrated. So I was doing a lot of the work in the day.
Yeah.
But I would give the baby off at night.
Yeah.
And I would dream. And in my dreams, like I'm physically doing this and like rocking her.
Yeah. And it's something that you never stop doing. Like even with the dolls, like I brought my doll over to see my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, because I just finished one that'll be released tomorrow. And it's like my mother-in-law and I, when we were holding it, we're like, it's just a natural thing. And when I had Jack, that's all I did. I would walk around like shaking. It's funny. It's just a natural thing that, babies don't like to be still. They just want to be constantly moving.
I usually just palm their head. Is that Is that what dads normally do?
Yes.
Naturally? Okay.
Yes, Josh does not like babies. He does not like real babies. He doesn't like fake. I'm sure he didn't even really like our children. He's very intimidated by how small they are.
That baby I just told you about, I flew all the way from Hawaii to Virginia when she was about 2 weeks old to help out for a week. And I love her now. She's the cutest 5-year-old in the whole world.
Yeah.
Newborn her was weird. She sounded like a goat. She looked weird.
Yeah. And they just like projectile vomit and poop at the same time. And you're like, yay. Yeah. It's very strange. I remember taking Allie home after, cause she was in the NICU for a week and she was so tiny. And, and I'm like, I can't believe they're like, do I need to sign something? Like, are you going to give me like, how do I do this? They're letting us leave and put it in a car. And you're like, okay, good luck. Keep it alive. Yeah. It's a very strange feeling, but
once they're a little bit older and do more than just sound like a goat, I like that newborn stage. They're just weird creatures.
Then they have opinions. Yeah.
I like the opinions because I can give them back.
Ellie is like almost eye level with me now, and it's really tripping me out. So I'm 5'6.5", by the way, and she's just shooting up like a weed, and it's just funny because the flashbacks of when they're just like this little itty bitty things, and now they're like eye level. It's very strange.
But I can't get over the fact a 12-year-old's taller than me.
Yeah, I can't wait for her to meet you. It's gonna be fun. she's very cool.
We'll be like, they'll think she's the friend of you and I'm the daughter.
I know. Like, this is my daughter. Yeah, no. And I was asking her what they're into, and I just feel like Allie never played with toys. She did Legos. Like, that's what she did. Yeah. She still do Legos. She loves to build stuff. So
Legos are the best.
Yeah, I never, ever, ever, ever thought that Legos were cool, even now. But listen, that's not to say that I don't appreciate the work that goes into it. I think it's awesome. My brain can't. I have a thing with following directions. I can't do it.
Oh yeah.
I just don't enjoy it. It's hard. I have ADD.
As a kid, I was always given lots of Legos and Lego sets, but I never followed the instructions. I just did whatever I wanted. My dad, they were his Legos. They were his leftover Legos. I should say that. Yeah. So he would build all the sets. And then when he's tired of them, he'd just give them to me. And I created a gas station and cars that looked nothing like cars.
Yeah.
We would do the same thing. We'd take all of ours apart and build new things. Like,
oh, that's cool.
I don't think any of the sets I got as a kid are probably still together.
Yeah.
We would create like cities and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think I ever built what I was supposed to. But
I'm very meticulous about the directions at first, but now I don't know. I think she's just more into like Sims and like doing YouTube. Oh, she creates those stop action. Jack, stop it. Jack just got one of these things. Like, it was like that was his treat for after his evaluation. I'm like, what? It's bubble wrap.
Yeah, it is. And everybody on TikTok is obsessed with this and asking me for one. So I saw one at the gas station yesterday. I'm like, I'm just going to buy one. What in the world are you guys talking about?
Oh, he's going to freak out when he sees you guys with this. He's like, he can talk about it for hours. And like, it is bubble wrap.
What's there to talk about? I like how it feels, but I don't understand much else except it's a cool feeling.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
Yeah. I have one. I have one in my car and I give it to him and he makes popping noises behind my face. So, but it keeps his attention. He says it's very good for
a pretty color.
So, yeah. I mean, that's the new toy, guys.
Yeah.
Colorful.
This is what I'm asked. I'm also asked for Roblox. I thought that was a video game. I don't know.
It's a video game.
Yeah, you can buy stuff. I don't know, but yeah, my kids Jack mostly is into Roblox and Fortnite and GTA.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yep. Minecraft is a thing, and all the cool YouTubers that I hear about constantly, like Lambie's Nursery and Dream. Like my kid, like I was watching H3 podcast, right? And he was talking about Dream. Like, what are you watching, Mom? Do you watch? Like, no, I'm not watching that.
Oh.
But yeah. So you guys have TikToks planned? Have you guys been making storyboards or something, or just coming up with ideas?
I came up with one yesterday that I'm excited to do soon today. I have 3 videos we plan on doing today since we're back from our little mini vacation. And
I came up with an idea for a TikTok the other day, right?
You did.
I don't remember what it was.
I wrote it down and sent it to Chelsea, but it was like she's gonna ride around on a motorized scooter at Walmart.
That's mine.
Yes, you're gonna do that. We just
I don't
can't
have my
give you a
TikTok
free
anymore, so you guys do it. I don't have it anymore. I
don't know if I want to ride around on a scooter holding a doll and Target.
Wait, didn't I come up with something with? Didn't I come up with something with shifting or something?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about that yet.
Oh,
We're
okay.
live.
But where are you going to shift to?
I don't remember. I guess we'll find out when we do it.
I haven't filmed it yet. That's why
I'm sorry
about it. You're okay, but it'll hopefully.
See, I was helping.
Where would you shift to, Kelsey?
Candyland.
That'd be fun.
Just being honest.
I guess I'd shift to Star Wars.
We could shift to Disneyland in 2 weeks.
Ooh, are you guys so excited? I bet you're like counting down.
I came up with a new Disney bound yesterday. So we also started planning Ethan's outfits, what he's gonna wear with me. But one of them, I had ordered this pink dress from Amazon and it turned out just gross and not put together well. It's really bad and it doesn't fit me.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna wear it anyways and just pretend I was happy about it.
Yeah.
And then that white dress I wore one of the times on this live, I was thinking if I put buns right here, I could go from looking like Marion from Indiana Jones to Leia.
Right, and then Ethan can wear the pink dress.
Yeah. Yes.
We were talking about like if she went as a character from Disney and I went as the male character from Disney. 90% of the male characters are just pants and a white dress shirt.
So we're gonna buy like
Eric from The Little Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
White dress shirt, pants.
Mm-hmm. And red belt.
Okay, and a red belt. Beast from Beauty and the Beast, white dress shirt and pants.
Mm-hmm.
And long hair.
Who else do we have?
Well, we're not doing Beauty and the Beast, but
well, I'm just saying, like every guy in.
I'm doing an Up Disney bound, so Ethan's gonna be the Cloud in his white shirt and white hat.
I'm gonna be a cloud. So I might even like get like a shirt that just says "I'm a cloud," like a custom shirt off Etsy or something.
I almost snorted so loud. Like you guys are.
Oh, it can be specific and say I'm the cloud from.
Like, so I'm gonna be Cloud at Disney.
I think most people, when they want to do like Up, they'd be like Carl and Ellie, or maybe Doug. But no, I'm Sky and he's the Cloud.
One day, I hope that we can do a Halloween adventure together and dress up.
100%.
That would be so much fun.
100%.
We were talking yesterday on my friend group, like who would be who for the Winnie the Pooh cast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, were we? I don't remember who Chelsea was gonna be, but Jenny's obviously Pooh.
I was a part of the friend group.
Yeah.
Oh,
you'd probably be Kanga. I think you'd be Kanga.
Yeah.
And then Katie would be Rabbit because she loves bunnies.
Who would I be?
Kanga. You would be Kanga.
Huh.
The kangaroo.
Okay. I could be the honey as well.
You could be the cloud in the background. It's like I'm Winnie the Pooh's tree that he lives in.
I'm gonna be the rain. Remember when they? Yeah, I'll do that.
There you go.
Ethan would be Tigger. 100%.
Would I be Tigger?
And I'd be Eeyore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess
I'd be the opposite of Eeyore, but I'd be
or
Eeyore.
since you're her child, you could be Rue.
Yeah. Oh, Rue, be Rue, you're my child. Oh God, I can't wait till somebody mistakes you for my daughter. That's gonna happen.
You know what? I'm so small. I could be Piglet.
Whenever we were talking about
Piglet.
Whenever we were talking about characters, I'd be like, oh, I could be. You could be the Little Mermaid, and I could be Bald Eric. Or you could be Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and I could be Bald Beast. Or you? Everyone was bald.
It would be perfect. It would be.
Well, so my favorite Disney movie is Inside Out.
Oh, I love that.
We were talking about I could be joy, and Ethan could be my sadness.
You got it. You are joy. That's who you are.
Whenever she said that, I was like, oh. But I don't want to be sadness.
You guys, that's perfect. I see it. You could also be the anger guy, though.
That's what I want to be. I want to be anger.
Yeah. You could totally do it. I love that movie.
In a blue sweater, and you look so pretty when you cry.
Wait, have you guys seen? You guys have Soul, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Soul. I think that I like Soul more than I like Inside Out, probably just because of the art part of it.
Yeah.
But I thought Soul was so good.
It is. I like Inside Out more because that is my story. When I was a kid moving from North Carolina to Nevada at that same age, everything is horrible and awkward. And I think my joy and sadness also went on a trip.
Yeah.
And Anger was like, no,
I like
buttons.
I think the reason I like Inside Out more is just because like all the colorful characters and
And
Bing Bong.
I have a friend who
I cried ugly
like,
tears.
I had a friend who studied like brain psychology, and he said that movie was like a really good way to show kids because it's really accurate, but in a kid way.
Yeah. I really appreciated how you're like, okay, I'm letting fear and run the show right now. Okay, I understand now.
Way to identify who's hitting the buttons,
right, and who is looking at like the perspective of what you're looking at. Man, that really.
I loved when it showed like other people, the inside of other people's brains.
Cat.
That was cool. I also love that. I love that she was gender neutral or fluid or something. I thought that was so cool. Way to go, Disney.
Or like whenever it showed like she had a boyfriend or something like that at one point.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Or the dad.
He's like, okay.
All the guys and all the people and the dads they were all anger, right?
Yeah, they're all like shaped like anger no, they're not shaped, but they all do mustache.
Yeah. It was a really good movie. I think they're coming out with a new one. There's something with the girl with the non-binary character. I read something about it. It should be good. I'm excited.
So I know Red Panda's coming out, and that one deals with emotions. And whenever the girl gets super excited, she turns into a panda.
Oh gosh,
sounds weird right now, but it should be really funny. I think it's right around like the puberty time when you know, everything is exciting.
Yeah.
I think we should take 5% of our.
I was so waiting for you to say something about that. I was gonna come into the podcast and be like, "Listen, guys, we need to have a discussion
about the 5%."
Yeah, about the 5%. But I was afraid that you wouldn't get it.
I love the part where they're like all asking for gifts, and then he comes back. He's like, "Can I have Disneyland tickets?"
Like, no,
can't afford that.
I like the shipping part when he's like, this $1 million suit, and he's like, yeah, but look at the shipping. It's really reasonable.
Yeah, it's $200. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I can't imagine if Chelsea was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to give me shipping for this doll you're buying, and it's $200.
Right? It's just $200. It's really reasonable.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was so funny.
That would be our friendship ending. That would be our podcast.
Can't.
I still wonder if they're gonna end up getting back together.
I don't know. I was thinking that. Well, when I first saw the clickbait title, I was like, oh, she's gonna be there. Like, there's gonna be something going on. And then I saw that. I was like, he's pissed. Like, there's no coming back from that. You know what I mean?
I don't really know these people, but I could tell in his emotions. Like, this isn't, because at first, when you guys were first talking about this, I was like, oh, this is an internet stunt. Like, that's all it is. And then I heard him talking yesterday. Yeah. And
I mean, they might. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I do feel like it's getting a little rough and wild with the whole family situation. I just think that it's
and I don't know. You can hear in other Ethan's voice, like he is really upset about this. So that's why I think it's legit.
It's completely unreasonable. I rewatched that episode so many times too, and I was like,
especially the 5% is literally paying
their
right. I do understand her point though with 100% of the highlights and how they always using her name and her. I do understand that on some level. I do understand that because if they weren't always using her footage and her name and her photo, I mean, I do get it a little bit, but at the same time, it's ridiculous because just deal with it. It's not your production company.
Yeah. And I don't even know much about these people, but I do know I have a podcast.
Especially when
we have made like $30, and I can't imagine you being like, give me what's 5% of $30? Like a whole dollar?
5% of $30 would be $1.50.
Oh, where is my?
I can't imagine you begging for $1.50.
Be like, that's my $1.50. My God. That's great that we've made 30. High five.
I think I can't math, but I'm just gonna give a ballpark guess that maybe we've made.
It's not $100,000 like a month. And
Right.
if it was,
Guys who think I am rich, we are not.
Well, also, I mean, I'm also in this like kind of like, I guess, weird luxury place where I just really like seeing you guys and like I think this is fun. So
It is fun. We don't do
and it was fun for them too. And that sucks.
It was about 15 minutes in before I was like, oh yeah, there's people watching right now. Like
So the last one that they did, I was looking at it and they had like 124,000 people waiting. I was like, yeah, well, we got like 10. So.
Oh, hey, we've had up to 17.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys that are here, listen, we are so appreciative of it. This is the highlight of my week.
It is.
For real. I know that you guys are bummed out sometimes when we're not able to be live, but we still try to get together and put out stuff for you guys. It's fun to talk about stuff and reminisce. So
it is. And I genuinely do think this is really good for my mental health to talk. It's just not always good for my mental health to talk at the same time every week.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Yeah. But we always make it work. And if there's weekends or weeks that we can't do it, it's not because we're choosing not to. It's just that life is in the way. So, but it's always our want to be here. It's just sometimes things happen. So I was going to tell you something because I feel like I'm going somewhere soon. Where am I going? I feel like I'm going. Huh? I already had pizza. I wear this when I eat my pizza. It's great. All Josh wanted for Father's Day was pizza and mozzarella sticks. So
that's not a bad Father's Day.
We should get pizza.
Yeah, we've had a long.
Do you guys want to order Domino's?
Oh God. Because we're saving up to move, we have not ordered out food in almost 4 months, which is insane because all during the pandemic, I swear to you, I don't think we ever used our kitchen. Like it was insane. Like my kids were eating fast food like it was like normal, and to me eating fast food when I grew up was like a huge treat. So we finally got to that point now where if we like get McDonald's or if we get pizza, it's like actually fun, and so it was delicious and I really enjoyed it. And are awesome.
We need to stop eating out so much.
Yeah, I think it's hard because y'all don't know our schedules, but
that's true.
Yeah, I would love to continuously eat out every day because I hate cooking and I don't cook. And when Josh works, I have cereal. But we're just able to save up more money, just not spending astronomical amounts of money for DoorDash.
Kiersten really is your child, then, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah, because I can cook. I'm decent at it. Okay. I just hate doing it. And with my schedule, I come home at like 4 or 5 p.m. and then I'm like, crap, I gotta put out TikToks or I gotta put on YouTube. So I do not have time because by the time I'm done trying to film, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
And I'm not a cooking channel, so I can't try to cook me film or try to film me cooking.
And we try to work out because that's also part of our job.
Yeah. If we don't work out, if we don't stay in physical shape, we will be fired.
Oh my gosh, that's so stressful. It's crazy.
There's a lot of things we will be fired for.
And then we have to eat fast food. We don't have time.
So we really do have to work out to make sure we don't get fired.
And then somewhere in there you have to sleep. So
and it's so much fun. Like when people will comment and they'll be like, well, why don't you just quit your job? Then you won't be stressed. Then I have a new kind of stress called homeless.
Yeah, Kiersten, why don't you just quit your job?
Yeah, why don't I just get fired and then I can be homeless? That'll be so much fun, right, guys? Then I won't even film YouTube for you.
Crazy.
People would like to know if that's a cat behind you.
Yes, this is Bean, and she's a sweet baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's her spot. She just likes to sleep there. Yeah. She just said hi to me. She just chirped. Yeah, she just lives in this room. We got her during the beginning of the pandemic, and she has not left this room. She just stays here. So I was gonna tell you something. My brain is crazy. But
But I know you only wanted to do it for an hour.
Yeah. So I need to go do Father's Day fun.
Yeah.
Like eating pizza.
Well, this was wonderful. Thank
Yes.
you so much, everybody, for joining us. And if you're still here and it's later, put down in the comments what you wanted as a kid or what you play with now.
Yay.
Thank you